So, The Rock has finally hopped off the juice, supposedly. Now, The Rock is claiming he hopped off the sauce for a movie called The Smashing Machine, in which he plays this, UFC fighter from way back in the day by the name of, I believe, Mark Kerr. Right, now, The Rock is claiming he lost weight for a movie, but we all know what it really is. Here we have The Rock here when he was on the juice, at a WWE event playing his character The Rock. And here we have him on the right, Dwayne Johnson, chilling, losing weight, looking great still, And then we have Batista, who back in the day was like sauce out of his mind, bro. I remember back in the day, SmackDown versus Raw. 2006 days, like Batista. I used to play Batista and John Cena. I used to think John Cena was Puerto Rican, bro. I thought this nigga was I'm like, bro, this dude can't be 100% white, bro. Look at this nigga. But then when he started wearing the colorful outfits, I'm like, bro, he's white. But not that there aren't white Puerto Ricans, because there are, but the point still stands. Anyways, I digress. Man, when are we gonna bro, the rock, bro, the jig is up, bro. We know you were on the sauce, and The Rock claims he lost weight to play this movie character, Mark Kerr, who's an actual person, a real MMA fighter. He claims he hopped off the sauce for that reason. But if we're being perfectly honest here, and we're looking at The Rock and his size in the movie, I'm sorry, but this doesn't look like a natural physique, if I'm being perfectly honest here. At all. Look at The Rock in this movie. It doesn't even look like The Rock's physique. The muscle insertions, he doesn't look like the same person. I don't know if this is CGI or whatever, but his body looks significantly different. The Rock claims he lost weight for this role, which, I mean, I guess maybe he stopped taking as much sauce. I don't know what, maybe he's still on, maybe he's only on test. I don't know what the situation is, but he claims he lost weight for this role. And even in this particular picture, if this is his body and not some kind of edit or some kind of bodysuit, The Rock still looks like he's on gear in this particular shot. So I don't know what exactly. It might be a bodysuit, it might be CGI, it might be some kind of editing. I don't know what's going on here. This certainly isn't The Rock's build at all. He's not built like that in any way, shape, or form. He has a much more aesthetic physique than this. Why can't we man, I don't know, who's to blame, chat? Who's to blame for why these guys won't just come clean? Because it's not just The Rock, it's also Mike O'Hearn. Right? Simeon Panda, these guys who have been on steroids for quite some time. Granted, Simeon Panda is much younger than The Rock and Mike O'Hearn, but when are these people gonna finally just admit that they're on steroids? What is it gonna take? I genuinely wonder. Honestly, I feel like The Rock has been lying for so long that people are gonna get mad at him whenever he comes clean. But I feel bro, if The Rock comes clean, we gotta just give him room to come clean, bro. Y'all gotta let the man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't just, y'all gotta, Mike O'Hearn, I feel like when Mike O'Hearn, if he ever comes clean, he's gonna get shit on forever. But, I wonder, is it our fault as consumers and fans for, building up such a massive stigma towards steroids that these guys will never, ever, ever admit? Or are they doing a massive disservice, and are they the assholes for just never coming clean and trying to tell people for decades, I wake up at 4 a.m., I eat, this extremely nutritious, nutrient-dense breakfast full of oats and Saiyan biology and Hashirama cells and all kind of, but you know how these niggas be. You know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it's man, they talk about how they pop a sensu bean every morning. These niggas be cap. And it's bro, The Rock and these guys gotta stop. They gotta stop. The whole, I just work really hard. He's the only person I work out 8 times a day. I eat 20 meals a day. It's I can't believe this shit used to work. People used to really believe this shit. I mean, when I was 13, I believed this shit. I used to really believe, man, if I just work out 5 times a day and I eat like 10 meals. Like, I'll, delusional. But man, like The Rock has to admit, bro, because The Rock had heart problems. And he then decided, I guess when people's reaction, I don't know if The Rock was expecting people to think that he like, I don't know what he was expecting the reaction to be, right? But in 2023, The Rock had a heart condition. He later came out and said it was false, it wasn't true. They used AI-powered scanning technology and discovered that it wasn't actually a cardiovascular issue and all of this stuff. And he's claiming he's got gut problems, caused by antibiotics, which is very possible. And it's like, man, I don't like, bro, I feel like The Rock is cap. Like, I'm like, bro, it's like, bro, you've been on gear for a long time. There are significant side effects, the likes of which many people are very unaware of. Even PCT drugs can fuck with your eyesight, you name it. And The Rock would have us believe that his heart problems came from, I don't know what he thinks we think they came from. Like, I know he knows now that we think it's because of the steroids, which it most certainly is. What, like, man, like, we got to do better as men, man. We got to do better as men. We got to stop the steroid lies. We got to stop promoting steroids, and we need to stop utilizing steroids and then lying about why we look the way we look. I've seen influencers on social media sit there and say, well, the reason why my physique changed like this within 2 months is I just locked in. I locked in. Like, what? Like, you locked yourself in a room full of drugs? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, what? Like, it's like, bro, like, I don't know if it's narcissist. I feel like in The Rock's case, The Rock just knows he's in too deep. He was on steroids. He's been on steroids since before I was born. Like, this is a guy who could never come clean. You know what I mean? Like, he can't. He's still a wrestler and stuff. Like, he can't come clean. We got to do better. Like, at some point, there needs to be a clear enough pushback from us as the consumers. Now that we're more informed, more aware, we have to start letting these people know, like, bro, we're not going for that. We're not going for the lie. We're not going for the cap. We're not believing what you're saying. We're not believing any of this. Stop lying. Stop fibbing. Stop capping. Because what ends up happening right now is that more and more young men are hopping on gear because they either A, are smart enough to realize steroids is why these people look the way they look. And they say, you know what? I want to look like that at all costs. I'm going to hop on gear. Okay, cool. Right? Then you have the other half that's not so smart, that is convinced that with good genetics and good sleep and good diet, I too can look like Hussein Farhat. I too can look like The Rock. I too can look like these steroid freaks. And then they realize that no amount of sleeping from, 8 p.m. to fucking like, I don't know how long these niggas sleep. These niggas be like bats. These niggas be up in the ceiling like this, just sleep, goddamn. Like, if I sleep this long, if I eat 8 different meals, if I goddamn, I do this ritual and all of that, I'll one day look like, and then they realize it's not going to happen. And then they had this weird, eureka moment where they're like, well, what if I just hopped on steroids? And then they realize, or they just, decide to never admit, they realize, oh shit, this guy looked like this because of steroids. I get it now. This can't be the way we go as men, bro. We got the loneliness epidemic. We got the goddamn, physique inflation epidemic. We got the body image epidemic. Young women been dealing with that. Young men, now it's our turn. Man, we gotta do better, bro. The Rock just needs to do some gangster shit. Tell Vince McMahon to suck his dick, pause. And then goddamn say, man, fuck it. I've been on steroids for forever. Suck my dick. What you about to do? Like, I'm The Rock. If anybody said to him, he could just fucking rock bottom him through a tape. What you about to do to The Rock? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The steroid elbow, the people's elbow, my bad. Like, bro, at this point, bro, like, what you about to tell The Rock? What you gonna get mad at The Rock for coming clean? Like, come on. But I'm happy for The Rock, though, that he lost weight, bro. I don't want to see The Rock go out bad because of steroids. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. And I feel like The Rock, honestly, has been on steroids for so long that his physique will always look impressive forever. I firmly believe that. Like, he will always, forever and ever and ever, like, look amazing because he's The Rock. in my humble opinion. He will never not look amazing. He's The Rock. So, you know, I think The Rock, honestly, and The Rock was on gear even back in the day, like back in like the early 2000s and like, you know, late 90s. Like he was still on gear back then. So even then, we don't even really know if he's off the sauce because, man, like he could just be off the heavy shit. You know, we don't know what he's, you know, it's tough to tell. But I hope he hops off, man. I hope he tries to live as long as possible, man. He deserves it. He's put his body through a lot. He's been a wrestler, bodybuilder, you know, an actor. He's put himself through a lot, man. So, you know, hopefully The Rock can hopefully he can get off the shit, man. Stay around. Longevity is key. Stick around. Stay healthy, man. I'm hoping that he can do that. And I hope that, you know, as people on the internet, male and female, we can stop basing our perceptions of self off of this bullshit ass internet, bro. I hope. I really do.